Hi, my name is Tertius and I'm from Port Elizabeth, and I would like to talk about three things today with you. What I've noticed in life is that more and more people are struggling to get work. They're battling to make ends meet, and they're also looking for extra income. Some people just want extra income to have a better lifestyle. Other people need it to get their kids through school. Other people desperately need it because they can't find employment. And there are solutions out there that can help us. So what I would like to talk today about, the three things, is the business industries in the world, how business economic looks like, just a short summary on that to understand, should I make a choice? Can I start a business? Does it have risk involved and things like that? I would like to talk a little bit about that. The second thing that I want to talk about is a business model that is really risk-free and easy to start, and you can make a great success out of it. And then the third thing is a little bit about the dynamics of that business model. So let's start off. There's a guy called Robert Kiyosaki. He's one of the financial influential people in the world, and he wrote a book about the economy of the world, and he's talking about the four financial quadrants in the world, which I would briefly like to explain to you. Now, if I should draw across like that, in your first block you get people that are employed. Now we all know what's employed. You have a job, you work 40 hours a week, you work for 40 years of your life, and you end up retiring on 40% of what you've earned. And most people at the end of the day need something extra to fill their income on retirement. We call it the 40-40 plan, and it's not the best plan in the world. That's what we were taught at school, but unfortunately that's not the best plan to retire comfortably or wealthy. The second one is you are self-employed. You have a service that you render, a skill that you render, and you're getting paid according to that. But you also, in this quadrant, you are trading time for money. So if something happens to you when you're self-employed, you don't get an income. You work longer hours. You might be a little bit flexible during the day to do things that you can't do when you're employed, but still at the end of the day, anything that happens is a high risk in being self-employed. Then you have what's called businesses. Now, being in a business is that if I'm in a business and I work 10 hours a day, and I have 5 people employed in my business also working 10 hours a day, I get a total of 60 hours that I'm getting paid for. Now, I didn't do the work for that, but that is the income that I get through that. So a business model is something that gives leverage and gives you more opportunity of earning money. But we all know that businesses can be risky and sometimes costly to start. But is there other options out there? And the last one that he talks about is being an investor. When you have a business that's successful, you have extra money, you let your money work for you. So in this case, it's all about not trading time for money, but letting the system work for you so you can earn extra income. Now, statistics in the world shows that out of 100 people, 96 of them either end up being deceased or broke. 2% can say that they retire comfortably, and only 1% can say they retire wealthy. And that's a hard reality. And this is what happens in these two quadrants, is that 90% of the world population falls in these two quadrants, where only 10% of the finances comes from. And here 10% of the world population falls in, where 90% of the finances comes from. So it would make sense to say that if I want to better my life, earn extra income, start a business, make money, I need to move from the first quadrant somehow into the second quadrant for me to be able to earn a better living and earn more income. So this is what I would like to share on. So if I understand the principle of moving that way, there's a lot of questions that come up, but isn't that a lot of money? Where do I go? What do I do? How do I pick? Now, for that question to be answered, it is important to understand a little bit about the world economics. So if you have to choose, you have to go into the right industry. Now, what does that mean? It means that if I want to start a business in manufacturing or distributing typewriters, I don't think it's going to be a successful business, because nobody uses typewriters anymore. It would make more sense if I go into a business with computers, because that's what everybody's been using, or cell phones or technology that's relevant today. So picking the right industry is very important. And what I would like to talk about is the two leading industries in the world today, and the fastest growing industries in the world. And that's important. If I can find an opportunity in that, I know that for the years to come there's not going to be a problem. This is the demand that the world has out there, and I can make a success in my business. Now, one of those industries are the industry of direct selling or multi-level marketing, and the other one that I want to talk about is health and wellness. Now, health and wellness, why health and wellness? Well, we all know we have some access to social media, we have friends, we look around us and we see that people are more and more involved in doing regular exercise, improving their eating habits, because they want a healthy life. They know that the risk of, if you don't have a healthy life, if you don't exercise regularly, if you don't have the right nutrition, you stand a risk of developing illness, and your whole wellness of your body is just not intact. So that's a mega trend today, where people are looking in going in that direction, and that is one of the big reasons why health and wellness industry is the second largest industry in the world. The one of direct selling is the largest industry in the world. In fact, it's larger than any two combined industries in the world. It's larger than the music and the film industry combined. And the reason for that is that more people today are looking to buy things online. We have Amazon, we have Bid and Buy, and we have all these platforms where you can purchase stuff. Now, I do a lot of importing through my other company, and I've just realized that I can literally get the same parts that I need for my business from overseas, buying it direct from the companies online at sometimes at 1% of the price that I would pay in South Africa for that. Now, why don't I do that? And more and more people do that. So people are looking at online shopping, but also it's a fast growing industry, not only for the convenience, but due to that, the retail are taking a knock. People are losing their jobs. We know in our country it's quite relevant. People are struggling to find employment, and that's a reality. And the industry of direct selling or multi-level marketing gives people an opportunity to start a business. Now, the first thing that comes up that people normally tell me is I'm not a good salesman. Well, that's exactly what you need to be, because it's not about selling here, it's about word of mouth marketing. I'll explain a little bit about that later, so don't worry about that. Now, the reason for this also being a very fast-growing industry is that you can start a business with low risk, with low money, and you don't have to worry about losing anything. If you want to start a McDonald's franchise or something like that, you pay millions for that franchise. If you want to start a business, get a loan from a bank and start a business, economist says it takes about 5 years before you break even, because you've got to do marketing, you've got to develop the product, you've got to pay salaries before even you get money in. So it's a high risk involved, and should something go wrong in the economy, you lose everything. Where with direct selling, there's not much to lose, and it's simple. Everybody can do it, but you get an opportunity to be paid well. Now, one of the things and the differences between retail and direct selling industry is that in the retail model, say for instance, I'm a farmer here, and I sell milk, I produce milk. The farmer gets about R1 for his liter of milk. Now, this is just average statistics. They might get R1.05, 99 cents, that's not the issue here. But as consumer, I pay, say for instance, R10 for that liter of milk. Now, in between, there's a lot of things happening here. It's called the middleman. It's marketing, it's advertising, it's transport, it's shelf space, it's all these kind of things happen. And everybody inside here needs to make a profit, and that pushes up the price that we pay as consumers for products. Now, that's about 80% of the price goes into the middleman. So if we can cancel that out, we get a much better opportunity. We get products cheaper, and there's also opportunity of earning money. So the model of direct selling actually releases about 43% of the money that goes into here. And you are in a business where you don't have the overheads of a business. It's basically you, your cell phone, or just speaking to people, even if you don't have a cell phone, and you can make a success in the business. So there's a lot of ways for people to get employment, start a successful business. More and more people are losing jobs because of everything is getting robotics. I remember when I was in General Motors as an electrician there, most of the welders, the cars that's been welded with the spot welders, there were people operating it now. If you look at videos today, it's all robotics. Even the people that sprayed the car, everything is electronic nowadays. So those people lose their jobs and they have nowhere to go. So unemployment is a reality. And direct selling is opening up a new world, and for that reason they're one of the fastest growing industry in the world. Okay, I'm back talking about business in the 21st century, and I would like to talk about a model that I've discovered that helped me a lot. But before we get to that, I've talked about the leading industries in the business world today, low risk opportunities that's involved, making sure in the first video to watch that to see that there are choices with low risk, low startup costs that you can start and build a successful business. So today I want to talk about a model. Now I was involved in network marketing many years ago, and I was very successful in that as well. But one thing that bothered me about the companies that I worked for was that whenever I make a success, somewhere in the companies there was corruption going on, and the companies closed down and I lost everything that I had. No income anymore, and that was it. So I was a little bit hesitant about that. So I was introduced to a company called Monatech. I'll tell you a little bit more about them just now. And there were a couple of things that I wanted to know to make sure that I don't go through the previous experiences in different companies that I went through. I want to make sure that 10 years down the line I can still be in business, and 20 years down the line I have a legacy that I can leave behind for my family. Even if I'm not there, the business can keep on supplying for them. So I had a couple of things to research to make sure that I'm making the right choice. Unfortunately, there are companies out there that make promises. We've all heard stories and experiences like that, and it's sad for the industry, but there are brilliant companies out there that is different, and that's what I want to talk about. So my first thing that I wanted to know was, will the company be around? How does their compensation plan look like? Is it a good compensation plan? Is it worth the effort putting in? But also, what is the technology? Because I believe that if you have a product that is good, there will be a market for that. If you have a product that's unique, there will be a much bigger market. And depending on where you are in the industries, I'm coming back to the drawing that I did previously to say that Monatech lies in the direct selling industry, which is the fastest growing industry in the world, and also the one of health and wellness. And I've explained why these two are leading. It's just because what's happening in the world today. People are looking for better health, also due to our nutrition, the lack of nutrition in our food today. People realize they have to supplement to have a life of wellness, where they can enjoy their life and don't have any trouble with health threats and things like that. So these are two leading industries. But another thing that's very important in the times that we live, it's social media. Now, social media is a platform where you can engage the whole world behind your cell phone, behind your laptop, behind your tablet, behind your computer. It opens up a world to us in trade like we've never been before. And these are three mega trends in the world today where business is going to. So having an opportunity like Monatech right in the middle of that gives you the best of all the trends in the world to make a successful business. So room for failure, you can only blame on yourself. It is not a quick rich scheme that I said. You have to put in work. The amount of work that you put in, that's what you will get paid for. But there are very, very big advantages and benefits to that. Now, Monatech is a company that is listed on the NASDAQ, which is the American Stock Exchange. Now, what does it mean to us from a safe business side? Well, if you get listed on a stock exchange, all your information that you publish, that you promote about your company needs to be validated, independently validated, so you cannot make claims on things in the company that is not there. So there cannot be clever marketing strategies to fool us, because let's be honest, we are not professional business gurus that know all the details about looking at a business plan and looking at the finances and looking at product detail. We are not scientists and know that. So it's very easy to be confused by clever marketing strategies and think this is the best. Today everybody claims they have the best product. There can only be one that is the best. And how do you determine that? So that is one thing on the business side that you can rest assured that is a growing company as well, that people can invest. You can buy shares in the company, and it is a company that everything has been validated on their whatever they say. So you cannot be listed if your books aren't audited. There can be no corruption in the company if you are listed on the stock exchange. They will immediately scrap you. They get audited every 3 months. Everything has to be 100% in place. Now the company is very unique in the sense that they have breakthrough technology, a technology that sets them aside from anybody in the health and wellness industry. It is a study that's been done on the importance of the function of your cells in your body, and those cells need certain nutrients to enable your body to heal itself if it gets the right nutrients. And that is what wellness is all about. It's not living without sickness and disease, but it's being in a position where your body is at the optimal place where it can be to have a good immune system. And these products are being patented. Nobody else can have it, so it makes them very, very unique in a sense. They've got over 126 worldwide patents on their products. Now, what does that mean? Well, most companies in the health and wellness, if there are, some don't have any patents on the product, and patents is just a way to say this is unique, this is something good, nobody else can have it. Most companies have about 1 or 2 patents. I'm not talking about logo patents, packaging patents, I'm talking about patents on the product. So this is a company that is quite unique. The information is out there, it's available, the science about the products is out there, which most companies also don't have on their products, is scientific validation, not from the company itself, not from their scientific board, but from independent organizations that validate the claims that they make. And very, very few companies can say that they have that behind them. Now, they're also trading in about 26 countries in the world, and it's growing fast. We're busy expanding in new markets in the world, so it gives you an opportunity to not only build your business in South Africa, but build an international business. The technology, as I said before, it's unique, it's breakthrough technology. On the technology, which is important, and it's not required in the health and wellness industry, is you get human clinical trials and double-blind placebo tests. Now, don't worry about the terminology about that, but that is when a product is being tested for safe levels and being tested on humans to see the claims that they make about the products. Is it valid or not? Have they tested people, different ages, different cultures, different backgrounds, to see the results? And all those results are out there. Now, companies don't do that because tests like that cost over $600,000 for one test, and the company has got over 50 tests on their products like that. So it sets them aside. The facts are out there. It's not me giving you clever marketing things and want you to believe it's the best. To me, there is no other company that have that in place which make them unique, and this is what I want to go with. I want to go with a company that's got the best, that is safe, that is secure, and this is why I chose Manatech as an option. Now, they've got a different variety of categories of products. They've got a whole product range of health products for your optimum health, which is a market on their own. They've got diet products for fat loss and building lean muscle, which is a market on its own. They've got a range of brilliant sports products. I've used it. I've never experienced something in my life before. The results and the test and what we experience in practice with a product is just something that sets it aside. So that's a market on its own. They've got a skincare range with this breakthrough technology that nobody else has to rebuild the cells in your body, but also in your skin. Not going to talk about that. And they've got a range of essential oils. And in South Africa, it's quite important because it's only local essential oil suppliers, where all other essential oils come from overseas. And then you've got a sixth way of building a business, and that is introducing this model to other people and help them also build a business. They've got the best compensation plan in the industry. It's now been updated, and that's why I'm making this new videos, because it's such a good compensation plan and it's such a good way to help people to make an extra income. What I'm going to do in my next talk is I'm going to talk a little bit about, just give you, to summarize everything, say how is it possible and how, let's say, easy it is to make an extra 5,000 Rand a month. Should you want to make more, the room is there. But I think if the 5,000 Rand in somebody's life can make a huge difference. So this is the company, this is the industries that we're working with, and the mega trends in the world that makes it a huge, huge opportunity for us to make a good success in the business. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch over to your computer again, and then I'll come back and just look on the computer of a presentation that I want to do. Okay, now that we're on the computer, just much easier to explain. The first thing that you have to do, you need to be registered or enrolled in the company for the purpose of your guarantee on the products, which in South Africa is 3 months, some other countries 6 months, and also to be registered that all your information is locked there. I mean, that's quite simple. Now, in your business, the business works on a point system. Each product is located a point value. It's almost about 10% of what you pay. So if you purchase products of about 1,100 Rand, you get points to the value of 100. Okay, so the reason for that is that we're working in different countries, in more than 26 different countries, and the currency and prices are different, but each product has the same value to put everybody on the same level. So where does your points come from? It comes from your own order. If you order products at the value of 1,000 Rand, you get about 100 points. If you want to sell products to friends or buy and give it to them, it all goes and add up to your personal point value. That's what PPV stands for. Forget about the terminology, it's confusing in the beginning, but it's just to explain to you how it's working. And also customers in your business. You might have small customers and big customers. So whenever you start in the business, you want to get customers, and for any customers or business associates, I'll explain that later, you get a sign-up commission. Let's call it that. It's called first order bonus. Now, a person can sign up in the business or as a customer or as an associate with only purchasing one product. And then on that purchase, if it's 1,000 Rand, you get 15% on that. If it's 3,000 Rand his first order, you get 15% on that. So you get a active income, a once-off income. That is the one stream of income that you have available. So if you're very active, involved in the business, signing up a lot of people, you can earn a couple of 1,000 Rand a month only through that. From a few hundred Rand to 1,000 Rand, it all depends on what your time allows, what you put yourself, what your goals are, and things like that. So the next line is a customer bonus that you get. Now, all depending on your personal point volume, everything that's happening here down in your business, you get commission paid if your point value is 150 to 499 points, which is roughly about 1 to 5 customers in your business. You get 5% on the money value as commission. Okay, if you grow and you have, say, 5 to 10 people on average in your business actively ordering products, then you get a 10%, and if you get 15 and more people, it starts at about a 1,000 Rand plus, 1,500 Rand plus, and you can grow to a few thousand Rand. All depends on the volume there. So that's the points that build up. Don't get too confused about it. I'll explain a little bit more now. So your first step is you want to enroll customers. Now, you get customers that order more than 100 points. You get customers that order less than that. Doesn't matter. Everything gets added up here to your point volume where you will get your customer bonus from. Now, the next step is you want to get people with an order more than
100 points a month, and that is on automatic order. Let me explain automatic order. Automatic order is a loyalty program in the company that helps you a lot. If you using the same product over and over again and you don't want to run out, every month on the date that you pick, your products goes off, so you don't run out of it. It gets shipped automatically. There's no logistics. You don't have to reorder. You can alter and change, add products, take products away, doesn't matter. But you get a 20% value after 3 months on the automatic order, remaining on the automatic order. If you break the cycle, you have to start the 3 months again. You get a 20% value on the products that you purchase, and that accumulates. So if you order products for 3 months of 1,000 Rand, at the end of the 3 months you will have 600 Rand available that you can purchase free products. Now, if you have customers that's on automatic order of more than 100 points and you have 5 of them in your business, then you get another bonus which is called an AQ bonus. So you get your sign-up bonus, you get your customer bonus, everything commission on what happens there, but you also get a bonus on the loyal customers, which is varies between 1,000 and 4,000 Rand depending on the volume over here. So that these two incomes are passive incomes, which means every month that you have those points in your business, you will get the commission, and every month that you have these people in your business ordering, you will get the commission. So this is like a salary, that's like a once-off commission that you get. And this passive income is what we are working for, so that we can build a business and have a steady income in our business. Now, the next thing that you want to do in the business, you also are looking for associates to sign up. And this is the dynamic of the business. I'll explain a little bit later more about that. So you start with building 2 legs of associates in your business. And the first thing that you want to do is you also want to help people reach the level that you have and earn the income that you have. So you start with aiming to get 2 people in your business to go to a level called Golden Associate. Don't worry about the terminology, which means they will have 750 points in their business. Now you will have more than that, and you will have this added. The moment you have 2 people in your business having 750 points, you get a mentor bonus, because you are now helping people, engaging them in the system, helping them to grow their businesses, and that's part of what we must do. Every month that you have these 2 people in your business, you get 400 Rand. If you have 4 like that, if you have 6 like that, the money just goes up. Should they move to another level, obviously your income increases. If they go to a director level where the 2 guys in your business have 1,500 Rand points each, it goes up to 540 Rand. The next level is a silver director, 2,500 Rand for your business associates. You get 675 Rand. The next level is if those guys move up to 4,000 Rand for each 2 of them that you get 1,015 Rand. And then the last level there is if you have executive directors with a point value of 6,000 Rand, 6,000 points in their business, you get 1,350 Rand. So the more of these you have, the more this bonus is over here. So it starts at 400 Rand, but it grows. So you have a steady income of this every month, a steady income of that every month, and a steady income of what's happening in your business. So the more you grow on both sides, the more commission you get at the end of the day. Now let's just summarize here a little bit to see what is the an average income that you will get in your business. Now there are 3 levels of associates. I'm not going to go into that, but as an associate you can start off earning 400 Rand with as little as 1 or 2 or 3 customers, and it can go up to about 3,000 Rand a month. Now that can make a huge difference for people, and you're talking about volume down. This is down line point volume. Everything that's happening, including your customers, your own and your business associates, those points, if you have in that vicinity, you can get up to 3,000 Rand a month on average, working through these bonuses. Then you move over to the director level where your points starts at 1,500 to about 6,000 points, and then you can earn with all these bonuses between 4 and 10,000 rand a month, depending on what's happening here, of course. I'm not going to go into detail in that. You can ask me more questions if you need more detail. The next level is where you go to an executive director, and there are also 3 levels here. There are 3 levels of directors where you can earn anything between 8,000 and 30,000 rand a month, coming in every month, and you are looking at 6,000, which is probably about 60 people in your business on average. It varies to about 200 people in your business. Your next level will be, you have 3 levels of those where you move up. That's where the gap is in here. You go to the presidential director level. Now that starts with about 500 people in your business, 40,000 points to 319,000 points, and you are looking at an income starting at 35,000, can go up to about 100,000 rand a month. Now you would say, how can I get so many people in the business? I will talk a little bit more about that, because the dynamic is all about this. It's not only you enrolling people in your business, it's you also enrolling associates that also enroll people in the business, and everything here, everything downline point volume, it's get calculated to give you this amount. So the dynamics of a business is you're not working alone, you're helping other people to succeed, but they're helping you also to succeed in the business. Now, as Platinum Presidential Director, you're looking at anything from 250 to about 1.5 million rand a month, and then you have a next, you have 3 levels of that, and then you have a next level, a few levels called Crown Platinum Ambassador, where your income can be anything from 1.5 million rand going sky high, depending on how your business goes. And these levels are being achieved in the company in South Africa as well, within a time period of about 10 years. So it's achievable. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a business where you have to put in time and hours to get results. The amount of time that you're going to put in, the amount of effort you're going to put in, that is what you're going to get rewarded for. So no quick rich scheme, no easy way. It is hard work if you want to make a success. If you want to do it part-time, it'll take longer, but the success is also guaranteed in that if you do a little bit every day and be consistent.
Okay, part 3 of this business model. I want to give you an example of how to make an extra 5,000 rand and how easy it is to start to earn money in the business and everything that is involved. The company provides on state-of-the-art training. Every month they've got training. They've got business opportunity meetings where you can send people to different countries, different places in South Africa to attend a professional business presentation, and you can speak to them afterwards. They've got big conferences where they share the success of people. You listen to stories and you get a little bit more to know about the company. They've got CDs and books at a very, very, very low price every month that you can read to grow yourself in the business. But the main thing about the business is, everybody say if you, or think when you go into marketing, is that you need to know how to market. But the business is not about sales. There are couple of key factors in this business that we need to understand. Network marketing is about building relationships. You know, if I find my favorite pair of running shoes and it works well for me, I will tell my friends about this pair of running shoes. And because we have a relationship, they will trust me and they will investigate whether they should run with it or not. So it's about building relationships. It's also about telling stories about what the product did to other people and what it did to yourself. So it's not about pushing something down somebody's throat. It's about sharing the stories and also giving people vision. Share the success stories about your own business. Share the success stories about people in the company. It's proof out there that we just share stories with them. So being a salesman is not the right way to go about this business, but rather be somebody that tells stories, that give vision, because everybody has dreams. We have dreams Some people have dreams in helping other people. Some people have dreams in going overseas and traveling the world and things like that. And when we got introduced to the world of working, we soon realized that all the dreams we had when we were small is not going to materialize anymore. But with an opportunity like this, the company helps one to get to that stages. They also have incentives every year where they treat you on a full, all expenses paid holiday for 6 days on a tropical island. Depending on the work that you put in, it's achievable for everybody to do that. So you can really travel the world through the company as well. Another thing about network marketing that's also important just to understand is that it's being consistent. If you think you're going to start and jump off and talk to 100 people and build a multi-million business out of it, it's probably not going to happen. As I said, it's not a quick rich scheme, but what it is being consistent. You know how much you can do a day. If you can put an hour aside every day, do it every day, and you will reap the results. People that don't make a success in is people that sit back and relax and think things are going to happen. There's no work like that. There's no business opportunity or job. You have to put in some hours to that. And also then, one of the key secrets is never quit. There will be up and down times in any business, in any job opportunity. Just never quit. Just continue. And engage in the system. The system is brilliant to help you to make a success in the business. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch over to your computer again. And then I'll come back and just look on the computer on a presentation that I want to do to show you how it's possible to make an extra 5,000 rand a month.
Okay, here we are now on a basic typical business model structure, just to show you how the business looks like, and the figures can vary. Over here it's just an illustration on how to make 4,000 to 5,000 rand a month in your business. Now, as I said, you will have customers in your business. You will have people that will order 100 points or more, as I've explained in the previous video, but you will also have small customers down here. Normally you have much more customers than you have business people in your business, associates in your business, but I've just drawn 5 pictures over there. Now this can vary a lot. The more you work in a business, the more obvious you get out of it. So the money comes from the following routes. Say for instance you have 1,500 points in your business, which is these customers and a couple of small customers on your customer level. Then you were looking at about 2,800 rand. Now this can be more. Normally it is a little bit more, but I've just be very realistic in this, and you can get from them every month as a passive income 2,800 rand. Now every time you enroll every month, remember you also get your active income, which can vary. I haven't put anything in there. It depends on how many people you get introduced into the business or as customers. So okay, so you will then receive from your volume, say about 2,000 to 3,500 rand a month in the business. Okay, then when you have 5 people, as I explained before, on automatic order, depending on the volume here, you can earn 1,000 rand bonus every month if you have these 5 people in your business. So that's an extra 1,000 rand. And then in your business side with your associates, should you have the minimum level of leaders in your business, you can have more than that. You can have 4 people having 750. You can have people having less, 300, 400. But for the bonus side over here, if you have 2 people in there, and remember there were other bonuses where I said you can get up to 1,300 in over here. So say it's 400 to 1,000 rand that you can earn over there. Add all these up and you can easily sorry you can easily get with a few customers in your business, say 15 to 20 people using the product, and 2 to 4 people in your business that you have helped grown to go to the next level. You can easily earn up to about 5,000 rand a month. The more you have, obviously that will double as you go up the line.